From a $4 million dress to a $200 million ultra-luxurious resort, these are the 17 wealthiest actresses in the world and their opulent lifestyles. Sophia Vergara. Being the star of a highly successful TV series like Modern Family is usually enough to skyrocket your career into space. Sophia Vergara, however, took that to the next level. Unlike her co-stars, she didn't rush to star in every production thrown her way. Instead, she chose the right roles for the right price. Today, although her annual income is just above $22 million, Vergara can boast with $130 million of personal wealth. Moreover, Vergara earned over $17 million from her Instagram account, where she has over 30 million followers. Now that's what I call monetizing your followers. As you can imagine, the starlet doesn't live in a small cockroach-infested apartment. Instead, she enjoys the solitude of a 12,100 square foot ultra-luxurious home in Altanico, Colombia. The property cost her about $22 million and has 9 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a game room, a nightclub, and many other amenities. The Modern Family star also has a niche for cars, although her garage is filled with top brands like Range Rover Sports, McLaren, GT, Mercedes-Benz, EQC, BMW X7s, and Jaguar F-Type. The central piece in her car collection without a doubt is her $1 million Rolls-Royce Dawn. Though she's far from over with her career as an actress, she can certainly take it slow and enjoy the life she built. Don't need another bottom of the ninth. How rich would Sophia be if she could sing? One could only guess, or not actually. We have a perfect example coming up next. Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus makes a lot of money when she isn't twerking on stage. How else can we explain this young superstar's $160 million personal fortune? Is it unexpected that this Disney starlet grew out of her shell? Being an over-the-top performer with loose morals is more than just a singer and actress. In fact, young Miley is a fashion icon who earns a lot of money from expensive endorsement deals, but she makes the majority of her money on social media. Cyrus is a true god with millions of admirers, and she capitalizes on her fan base like no other actress. That is not all of her money, however, as she has dove deep into the crypto market, and some even claim that she has become a Bitcoin billionaire for the time being, albeit her fortune remains in the lower 9 figures. Naturally, Miley leads an expensive and lavish lifestyle that many people would envy. She owns a number of extravagant homes, including a $4.9 million pad in Nashville and a $5.8 million mansion in Malibu. Her true passion, however, is designer clothes and jewelry, and her wardrobe and accessories are worth millions. It appears that the young style has managed to capitalize on her career fairly well, though not as well as our next entry. Jennifer Lawrence. Unlike Sophia Vergara, Jennifer Lawrence broke into stardom with her movie career and leaked a naked photo or two. Still, the talent of a young actress is undeniable. Since 2013, she has consistently ranked among the world's top 5 highest paid actresses, earning approximately $21 million for every picture. Despite her young age, she has amassed a fortune worth $175 million. Given that The Hunger Games grossed over $6 billion, one could argue the actress is underpaid. But with 4 exquisite and ultra-luxurious mansions, I won't lose sleep over her wage. The largest of her residences is her Beverly Hills estate, which is valued at $8.2 million. If you think that's expensive, remember that this is a magnificent home in one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the world. A far better reason to lose your head would be the $4 million dire gown she wore to the 2013 Oscar ceremony. Now that's how you rub success in your peers' noses. Still though, not everyone's impressed with Lawrence's lifestyle compared to Charlize Theron. The younger Jennifer is nothing but a rookie at being rich. Charlize Theron. While we're talking about highly paid actresses, we can't forget Charlize Theron, the brilliant actress who made me root for the villain in Snow White and the Huntsman and Monster. She's currently worth $180 million, which isn't surprising given that she charges around $18 million per film. Outside of the big screen, Charlize is an avid car collector with 15 cars in her garage. Among them, a $100,000 Lincoln Navigator, a $150,000 Jaguar I-Pace, a Rolls-Royce Phantom worth $2 million, and a Bugatti Chiron with a price tag of $2.8 million. The talented actress lives in a magnificent 8,500 square foot ultra-luxurious mansion in San Francisco, California. Even disregarding the fact that we're talking about a Hollywood star's house, the cherry on top is Charlize's 4 ultra-luxurious yachts, which she uses to escape the incessant paparazzi swimming about her property. Charlize is clearly an icon, but fan favorites like Scarlett Johansson will always have far more to boast about. Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson. Having a Russian spy on your CV right now isn't the ideal way to find work. But having Natasha Romanoff in your portfolio dramatically alters the game. Scarlett Johansson is undoubtedly one of Marvel's most beloved and iconic characters, but she established herself long before the comic book movie mania. So consequently, her talent comes at a cost, which for movie producers is around $35 million per film. ScarJo's net worth has grown significantly as a result of those high rates. Despite her early age, she is currently worth $180 million. Naturally, the actress doesn't live like a hermit, and she has a many multi-million-dollar ultra-luxurious residences. Her vast Hampton home is worth more than $2.2 million, and she has spent at least that much to keep the paparazzi away from her at all times. However, her permanent residence is another lovely 4-bedroom property in New York, worth $4 million. Obviously, as she spends much of her time in Hollywood, she purchased a $3.9 million very opulent property in Los Feliz, Los Angeles. If you think ScarJo's money was all spent on land, think again. She also has a sizable vehicle collection. Her favorite cars include a Mercedes-Benz SLS for around $200,000 and an Audi Q7 worth about $100,000. Jane Fonda. Despite being 85 years old, the beloved Broadway and Hollywood icon continues to conquer the big screen. With a net fortune of $210 million, one may ask why she doesn't simply enjoy her golden years. Perhaps she just enjoys the spotlight too much. Unlike her body in the late 1960s, Barbara is less likely to flaunt her wealth today. That doesn't mean she lives cheaply though. She still has a beautiful $5.4 million Los Angeles home, as well as many multi-million-dollar estates in DC, New Mexico, Santa Monica, and the Beverly Hills. Furthermore, she frequently spends money on costly products, such as paying $55,000 for a set of fake teeth in 2011. While Fonda is not a big automobile collector, she does own a vintage 1966 Ferrari 275 GTB worth around $3 million. Now that's how I envision myself being 85. Living in a $5 million mansion and driving a $3 million car. However, let's not forget that Demi Moore is younger and wealthier, so maybe I should follow her path instead. Demi Moore. Demi Moore is a prime example of how your brilliant real estate portfolio can overshadow a brilliant career as an actress. Not only though, she managed to capitalize on all of her high-profile relationships over the years. During the 80s, the actress was married twice and planned a third wedding, which didn't happen. She got out of each relationship wealthier and more famous. For example, her divorce from Bruce Willis in the early 90s granted her over $90 million and a lucrative real estate portfolio. Today, Demi Moore is worth more than $220 million, as the actress enjoys a $20+ million annual income from various assets. That's nothing though compared to the height of her career in the late 90s when she charged more than $60 million per movie. Today, she owns more than $100 million in property. Moreover, she has one small but highly expensive car collection in her garage. You can find a Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG worth $200,000, a Lamborghini Urus going for $225,000, and a 1967 Ford Mustang worth more than $450,000. What she truly enjoys spending money on, however, are dresses. While they're not mind-blowing pieces in her collection, her dresses still cost between $3,000 and $10,000. It's nice to see the sex symbols of the 90s can still enjoy their money today. And while Demi Moore certainly managed to capitalize on her marriages and real estate portfolio compared to Julia Roberts, she still has a lot to learn. Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts, with her infatuating smile, was undoubtedly the most sought-after actress in the late 90s and early 2000s. The actress was practically reserved to have a role in all rom-coms from that era, and honestly, she was brilliant. These movies have a collective box office success of nearly $3 billion, which is simply mesmerizing for the genre. So naturally, Roberts managed to monetize her memorable performances, and today she has a comfortable bank account of more than $255 million. That's not surprising, as she was the first actress to receive more than $200 million for a movie. If that's not impressive, Julia received $3 million, plus 3% of the total revenue of the 2010 movie Valentine's Day. That doesn't sound too impressive until you realize she had only one scene in the entire movie, lasting only about 6 minutes. That comes at about $500,000 per minute on screen. However, movies were not her only income. She also received lucrative endorsement deals as Lancome paid her $50 million for a 5-year contract. Naturally, Julia Roberts has one truly inspiring real estate portfolio. She owns a $4 million apartment in Manhattan and a $2.5 million ranch in New Mexico. Her prized possession, however, is her 6,200 square foot ultra-luxurious mansion in San Francisco worth approximately $8.3 million. Now, if you expect to see Julia Roberts in a $1 million car, I'm sorry to disappoint you. But somehow the sex symbol of the 90s is not that keen on spending money on cars. Instead, she owns a Toyota Prius worth around $25K. Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock transitioned from capitalizing on her beauty to monetizing her artistic view. That's a sign of a sharp mind. And naturally, Sandra Bullock has more than $280 million today. Despite still taking roles on the big screen today, she also produced 2 different shows on Netflix and 1 on Hulu. Naturally, this brings her a comfortable annual income of more than $25 million. The biggest contributor to this wealth is her deal from starring in Gravity. The actress took home $20 million right from the top and has negotiated another 15 of Gravity's box office gross. Currently, her earnings from that movie alone are worth $120 million. Like most other actresses, Bullock spent her money on the finer things in life. However, a massive chunk of her earnings was invested in pretty lucrative real estate deals. The starlet bought a $2.7 million property in Valley Center, California, and sold it 15 years later for double that price. And then she did the same with another LA home, but she tripled her investment this time. On top of that, Sandra Bullock owns about a dozen properties with a combined worth of nearly $100 million in Texas and Beverly Hills. However, her primary residence remains in Beverly Hills, where she lives comfortably on a $16.2 million ultra-luxurious mansion with all sorts of amenities. Of course, if there is something better than having $280 million, it's to have $330 million. Jennifer Aniston. So no one told you life was going to be like this. If they had, Jennifer Aniston would never have starred in the god-awful Leprechaun film. Honestly, her career was very sweet from the start, but with Friends, she became more than just a household name. Jennifer became a popular favorite, and by the end of the series, Aniston had earned more than $20 million per season, as well as additional royalties totaling around $10 million annually. So it's no surprise that the diva has $330 million in her bank account and currently earns $1.25 million every episode on Apple TV's The Morning Show. But she is not the most expensive actress out there. Costing only around $8 million per movie, Aniston gets around $30 million each year. This compensation is further boosted by expensive endorsements with Smartwater, Emirates, I Love, and Aveeno, which account for around 1/3 of her annual income. Aniston has a very magnificent real estate portfolio, having spent just $20.1 million on Bel Air Mega House. Now, that isn't her only home though. She also owns at least $10 million in properties in New York. Jennifer also enjoys spending money on luxurious cars. She owns a $91,000 Audi A8, a $90,000 Range Rover SUV, a Toyota Prius worth $22,000, a Porsche 911 Targa worth around $150,000, and her dearest passion, a $200,000 Bentley Continental GT. On top of that, she enjoys watches and has a $3,400 Rolex Day-Date Gold. Yes, being Jennifer Aniston is fantastic, but being Jessica Alba is much better. Jessica Alba. Jessica Alba needs no introduction. Her $390 million fortune is a testament to her outstanding career and even more bright mind. The actress earns more than $40 million each year, with only half of it coming from movie earnings. Alba, a beauty star, has inked several endorsement deals and is also the co-founder of the Honest Company, which sells baby, personal, and household goods. In recent years, the company has grown significantly and now generates $70 million in revenue every year. Alba naturally lives like a king or queen, spending her free time in a 10,800 square foot ultra-luxury mammoth house in California worth $14 million. How can she not get lost in the 8 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms? I'm not quite sure, but she probably always ends up at one of the 2 pools. The intelligent actress turned businesswoman owns nearly $19 million in prime stock shares from firms including IBM, Intel, Visa, Meta, and AT&T. Naturally, she enjoys life to the fullest because she spends the majority of her money on vacations and accessories. However, she does own 3 ultra-luxurious yachts, 3 ultra-luxurious cars worth approximately $5 million, and 6 less impressive cars that she most likely wants to be the most beautiful thing in her garage. Also, how bright should you be to be wealthier than such a wonderful woman as Jessica Alba? Let's find out. Reese Witherspoon. It doesn't matter if Reese Witherspoon is legally blonde when she has $420 million in her bank account. The actress, who has stolen many hearts over the last 2 decades, now earns more than $35 million from acting and producing movies and television shows. Her largest earning source is The Morning Show, where she receives $1.25 million per episode. Reese has much to show for, and does not hesitate to display her fortune among her high-profile purchases. We may see a Malibu farmhouse valued roughly at $6.25 million, another Nashville home at $3.3 million, and a stunning ultra-luxurious Pacific Palisades home priced at $12.7 billion. The actress is also a collector of high-end jewelry, with several million-dollar pieces and accessories such as emerald earrings, rings, and slashes totaling more than $1 million. Furthermore, she owns a Tiffany bracelet and diamond earrings costing almost $500,000. Jami Gertz. It's tough being Jami Gertz. On one side of the country, she's known as an iconic actor that took part in the famous movies like Lost Boys and Twister, and series like Seinfeld and ER. On the other side, Gertz is better known as a brilliant businesswoman and the Atlanta Hawks NBA team owner. That's one duality in personality that's not too harsh on your psyche. Currently, Gertz is worth more than $3.2 billion, and while a sizable part of this money comes from her 3 decades on the screen, she also enlists the help of her many successful investments. The actress is a well-known shareholder in Uber, Airbnb, and SpaceX, all of which are highly successful businesses. Naturally, the actress turned businesswoman has one jaw-dropping real estate portfolio with nearly $1 billion. The most notable estates in her portfolio are a $10.6 million Hidden Hills mansion, a $38 million Malibu estate, another $38 million Montecito estate, and of course, an ultra-luxurious Beverly Hills mansion worth $85 million. Unfortunately for us, Jami Gertz is one truly classy lady who rarely shows off her money. Instead, she prefers spending mostly on charities, and her donations have exceeded hundreds of millions of dollars over the years. Now that's what I call capitalizing on your time on the screen. Still, Gertz is not the wealthiest actress in history. This honor belongs to the late great Dena Merill. Dena Merill. Dena Merill was a true film industry legend, since she was not only a wonderful actress who swept Hollywood in the 1950s and 1960s, but she was also one of the first successful actresses to get into business. Unfortunately, Dena died in 2017, and she was worth more than $5 billion at the time. Merill performed as more than just eye candy on the big screen over the years. She went on to become one of America's most accomplished businesswomen, serving on several high-profile company boards. Among them were multi-billion-dollar businesses such as Lehman Brothers, Gillette, and Quaker Oats. Dena naturally lived extravagantly, as much as a lady could in those particular times. She possessed multiple extremely wealthy and lavish houses, including her East Hampton estate valued at $48.8 million. She also owned a $16 million condo in Manhattan and a $10 million magnificent estate in the Beverly Hills. The frosting on the cake, however, was her ultra-luxurious Mar-a-Lago Dream Resort, which cost around $200 million. Merill truly appreciated the finer things in life, since she possessed a treasure trove of jewelry valued in the tens of millions. Dena Merill was definitely the height of prosperity. Her most renowned piece was a diamond necklace that the Duchess of Windsor previously possessed. The accessory was worth more than $4 million alone. Thanks for watching the video. Click on the screen for more content like this.